Thank you.
Okay, welcome to the July meeting of the Ambrose Shipmouth Society, 10 o'clock, and here we go. Any guests today? I thought so.
I don't have the shirt on.
No, well, welcome. Why don't you tell us your name and a little bit about what you like to do?
Well, my name is Michael Garofalo. I just moved to Newport News 2 months ago.
Ah, good.
To be near my grandson and my son and my daughter-in-law. I've always been interested in the water. I'm a diver. I'm a sailor.
Oh, good.
My career, I'm from New Jersey. My career kind of prohibited model building for the most part, but I am interested in listening and learning.
Good. Excellent. Well, you come to the right place.
Stand by.
If we don't run you off too soon.
Concerted efforts will work.
Very good. Did you get the spelling on his last name?
You got it?
No.
G starts with a G. A-R-O-F-A-L-O.
You got it.
Oh, good job.
I knew somebody else with that name.
Oh, okay.
They also want to get his email address too.
Email? Yeah.
Do you have an email that you'd like to share?
Sure. It's a little bit of a mouthful. It's MGAROFALO76@hotmail.com.
There's 75
That
more.
what, Cox?
Like that.
Is
There's
it
75
Hotmail?
more like you?
No, Hotmail. I said hotmail.com.
Hotmail, yeah.
Yeah. All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Kind of picking up a little bit from last month. I remember, Mort, you were looking for some sailors for your boat. Did you ever find anybody?
One of the things about being old is that you're old. That's the good news. The bad news is you tend to accumulate. And I forgot I had some sailors that I picked up years ago from some company in Michigan, 1/72nd in size, and they work perfectly. There's a lot of muscle tone and everything, and it's amazing what they add to the ship. Perspective, and it brings the model to life. So it's working. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, no, we got it.
This is one of them that I did, and here's another. And I was fortunate enough to have a couple of Marines that I painted that are on the boat. And so,
well, then you'll save me the trouble of finding out what I have to say about that.
Well, no, I'd love to hear it anyway.
Oh, no, now that you've already solved the problem, too late. Anyway, if you go to Shapeways, go to a fellow by name of Amazing Models by Frank Shurik. And he's got a line of sailors and captains and period kind of figures, and most of the artists will rescale for you. So if you don't find it in exactly the right scale, he probably could fix that for you. So, can't have enough people on board.
Yeah, I tried him. He didn't answer me.
Oh, you did find him.
Yes. And
okay, well, never mind.
He didn't. Thank you. But he didn't. I tried a few people, and then I looked and I saw what I had. I also thank you though.
Okay. Well,
before we move on, I think it's possible the name of the company is Michigan Toy Soldier.
Yes, thank you. That's
I bought
it.
stuff from them, but not figures.
That's
all right,
it.
very good.
They also sell Flexi cyanoacrylate, the kind that has some give to it even when it hardens up. That's why I dealt with them. Flexi.
Okay, another, let's see, I guess Dan Clark's not here today, is he? No, he weaseled out. This was going to be his third meeting.
Yeah. You got smart.
Another new guy.
That's smart.
All right, well, we'll save him for next month then. I was contacted by a fella in Richmond by the name of Mike Olivieri. Has anyone heard this name? Does anyone know about him? Anyway, he has a 1/32nd or 5th scale PGM model, which he wants to gift to somebody, anybody who will take it off his hands. He's moved, he's downsized, he can't care for it anymore. I get the impression, can you pull up those pictures, Rylan? I get the impression it was set up for RC, but it's not a bad model. It does have its qualities, and he spent some care doing it, employing what appears to be some 3D components and so forth. So he's looking for a good home, and all you have to do is pick it up. And I have some photos there of it. The next one down, there it goes.
There it is. There's a destroyer escort.
It's a gunboat PGM.
Okay.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Or
Or
you
expand
should be
it.
able to just,
Get
yeah,
the
there we go.
handles on it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the quality is not bad. There's a, depending on your expertise and how much you want to improve it. I mean, it's a good foundation to hyperscale, although you may not be able to find anything to do. Next one.
That's the bridge, I guess.
Yeah. So we're looking for a home for this. Is anyone who would be interested in taking this off his hands? It's about 5 feet, I think, 4 feet. It's a 1/32nd size boat. It's fairly sizable. It's currently in boxes when he moved up from Georgia. So it has to be reassembled, but since it was probably constructed as an RC boat, simple things, the superstructure comes loose, things of that sort. Maybe some of the more detailed pieces may just fit in. But
The working RC model or?
well, I assumed there was no mention of any of the radio, so I'm assuming it's just the boat that you're going to get. But it's not a bad display model in its own right. Yeah, go ahead next. And then there could be some improvements here and there, but all right, not everybody stand up at once.
There we go.
Talk to me at the end of the show, or
Yeah.
or at some point.
What does PGM mean?
I don't know. What is PGM?
Well, patrol guided missile, modern.
No, yeah,
Not that.
yeah. Now, this is a World War II
Patrol
era gunboat. Yeah.
medium or something.
Yeah, it would operate kind of in line with the PTs and so forth, but not as a patrol, maybe as a support vessel or. So somebody needs to take this home and care for it.
Patrol gunboat motor.
Okay, there you go.
As opposed to sails, huh?
As opposed to piston engine.
So like I said, come talk to me, and I will get you the details and help facilitate its transfer to the new owner. So, yeah, I mean, some of the guns and things, like I said, are probably, I'm sure that they're 3D printed and well done, well detailed. So give it a home, give it a nice home.
Yep.
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I told him that the first thing I would do is present it to you folks because he contacted me through my site, and then he was aware of the Hampton Roads Club. So there you go. Instant start to your boat collection.
I have something along that line but different. If you know this.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a local businessman who contacted the museum, who contacted me. He has built a very profitable business. I think he's ready to retire. He wants about a 2-foot model of a PT boat. He wants to be very accurate. He's lived here for decades, and he became interested in the sea and World War II boats and such. It should be around the time of PT 109, but not necessarily PT 109. It, however, should be absolutely accurate in every possible detail. I asked one of our members who's not doing commission work anymore, so I don't have, this is a very recent request. If anyone has such an item or is willing to build one, he is very willing and very able to pay top dollar.
You know, there are kits out there, you know, the 1/35th scale kit in particular. That's right up his alley, and that's right about his scale that he's looking at.
You have one, you said?
Well, I mean, I have the kit. I don't have it
Oh,
built.
no, he doesn't want to
but-
build one.
Oh,
He wants a
lazy.
finished
Yeah.
product.
Oh,
Like when
Well,
Bill Altus did.
does he want a PGM?
Substitute.
You really want something around, it's
Yeah.
23 inches, so.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty exact. But, if anyone is willing to, I told him I'd certainly look for a source, and that's not my build.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of the guys do build World War II ships. He'd very much like to have one that he can buy and he'll negotiate with the builder.
Well, I know that Bill Altus has built a boat, but that's not, it's kind of a later version, I think. You know, it's got all the modern not modern, but late war upgrades and stuff. So probably not what he would be interested in, whether or not Bill would be interested in parting with his anyway.
Well, when I asked, he sent a very simple message first. When I asked him, we need some details. When do you want it? What period?
Yeah.
What style do you want? How big? How much you willing to pay? And I told him you can buy one online for $200, or you can buy one online for $2,000. And his response included a line that I'm in the upper portion. So.
Well, buy a $35 kit and. All righty.
Or a log.
All right. Anybody, any takers? Anyone interested in that? Talk to the man.
Think about it and let me know today or email me or whatever.
All righty. Well, I'll wait for the big ticket item for the new business. John, let me see. Any corrections to the minutes? Stuart? Any corrections? Anybody?
Oh,
One of the recipe, you didn't say whether it was teaspoons or tablespoons. It's not the minutes.
All righty, no corrections. You're off the hook, Stuart.
I didn't have the information soon enough to get it into the logbook, but the Mariners Lake, which used to be Lake Maury, is now open. There are john boats, canoes, and kayaks you may not put in your own vessel, but you can use one of the museums. That's to make reservations. You can fish in the lake, strictly catch and release from your boats. You cannot fish in the lake from the shore. But open on the weekends and not during the week now because we have the school kids coming during the week. Eventually we'll be open 7 days a week.
All right, good. Greg, you want to go next?
One method?
Yes.
Yeah, pop up and steal the machine for a moment. Sorry, Ryan. Get exercise. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. Got my face right in there, don't I?
Yeah, I left all the equipment at home. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Using Chrome.
Maybe I should let you possess control of that again.
This is a bit awkward, but. Nice.
Porn sites.
Here is an approval.
Unfortunately, not in Virginia anymore.
Okay, just as a reminder, everyone, all of the most recent posts are off here to the right. So going back to the oldest item of interest is Gene's 48 scale Campbell. I stole a bunch of pictures from him and I pared them down a little bit, but there's dozens and dozens of pictures in here. A snarky comment or two thrown in somewhere.
Gene?
Oh, I thought I was sharing. Here, thanks for the reminder. I love share screen. Good. Thank you.
That's,
Slow to react.
there's that PGM in there still. Hasn't sold yet.
See it now? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's sure.
Back to what I was saying. The most recent posts are here. This is the oldest one of interest. Gene's 48 scale Campbell. So anyway, just to say that I've got it in there. The at the beginning, it's kind of like in chronological order, the hull construction, the superstructure, initial assembly, and then once I get into the details, it's kind of like from beginning to end. So from the beginning of the shaft and propeller, and then I take it through to its completion, and I do that for each stage.
In excruciating detail.
Like the author.
Excruciating.
Next item is I can't remember where I ran across it, but this thing from the NRG about the uses for different woods. It's on their website. I gave them credit. It's not behind the member scene, so I imagine this is okay. And next one, I started, I added this box. Each time you refresh the screen, you get a different term from our glossary. You may have never known or forgotten that we have a list of terms that I was going to keep filling out, kind of stalled on that, but eventually this will get built out. So there's a kind of index of terms here. And on the main page, like I said, each time you refresh the screen, you get a different one here. And so I added a few from the most recent logbooks. Tim submits different terms. So the most recent one was painter. Before that was gudgeon. And I threw in pintle just to go along with gudgeon because, you can't have one without the other. And the last thing to show is that I put a button here. Just show me a random model. So each time you click on this, it'll just pick a model at random from our collection. And I'm going to start every once a week or so. I'll go in and whatever comes up, I'll post on our new Instagram account. So just a little bit more public exposure. We'll see if we get any followers or not. Okay, I'm done.
All righty.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you.
Excellent.
That's gotta be a record.
Which way?
All righty, Ryland, give us a money report.
All right, the treasurer's report. We started the month out with $4,868.24. We collected dues of $48. That was from 2 members. And we had disbursements of $467.61. And that was for the get-together back in May. And leaving end of the month balance of $4,448.63. And we still have 5 members that owe dues. They were sent letters, and actually I sent it to 7 members and collected from 2. Have not heard anything back from the other 5. And so we still have 43 regular members, 8 associate members, and 1 honorary member. So I guess the 5 will be deleted from the
Well,
roster.
I say put them in the scupper and a hose pipe on them.
I haven't seen them, so it's,
Clean them and fillet them.
a couple of them haven't been, probably 5 or 10 years since we've,
Alrighty, well, it happens.
and then a couple of new members.
Old business. Anything want to dredge up from the past? No? Good.
Well, this old business, I mean, I don't know, Model Con?
Well, I was gonna kind of mention that in new,
Okay.
but we can just go right to that. Model Con, August 5th. You want to talk about that, Ryland? I mean-
Yeah, Josh was not online here, but, the Model Con, that's going to be held by the Philadelphia Ship Model Society. Let's say it's August the 5th. And it will be held on the Battleship New Jersey. This time, it will, all the models will be on display in the ward room, which is air conditioned, which is really nice. In the past, they were split between the ward room and the fantail, and it was real windy on the back of the ship. I mean, actually have, my model was blown off the table.
Whoa.
Is it big enough? the water big
They are
enough?
limiting everyone to 2 models now. 2
Yeah,
models.
it's gonna be cozy in there.
It's,
Are they gonna make them all ships this time, or are they still opening it up to?
I think they'd be very selective. You have to register your model. The registration closes on July the 22nd, I believe, and you can go to their website, which is the Philadelphia Ship Model Society. Just Google that, and they have a page set up where you can register. And the thing about registering the model is that you get free admission to the ship on that day. And in the past, it's been, the model displayer plus a guest. So I hope it's still the same way, but I've registered, and I think, John, Kevin, that you've registered. So there'll be a couple of us going up there, and should be a real good event. And it I think this is the 4th or 5th edition of the Model Con.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I've been to, I think it'll be my 4th one, because I missed the first one. And, but yeah, it's, they're hoping that by being in the ward room, that's one of the first places that visitors on the ship will visit. And they said they've moved it there because in the past, being on the back of the ship, that was more or less at the end of the tour, and a lot of people didn't go back there because they thought it was a private function. And so they're just looking to try to get more people to see the models. And I think there'll be some people from the Ship Model Society in New Jersey. I know last year there was also the Washington Ship Model Society was there. So it should be a big gathering of ship modelers, but should be a lot of fun.
Ryland,
Yes.
it's Tom Ruggiero. I'll be there with Eric Marshall.
Okay, good. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Alrighty. Now, we got the main event today. As you know, well, you don't know, Bob Moritz has decided to step down as first mate. So, here's an opportunity of a lifetime. We need men among men to step up and take the helm in case I get lazy or, don't show up or something. So we need a first mate. Who would like to volunteer?
I can help you out.
Did I see a hand go up? I didn't even get to the cricket jokes.
Or the free gift to the PGM for the.
Trying to keep this meeting moving. I know Tim's gonna start complaining if,
Whoa.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Get back.
You guys need to warn me so I can get away.
What'd you say, Sean?
So what is the procedure? Do we need to revote? Do we need to solicit or just appoint?
Railroad.
No
board, not.
How does that work?
I think in the past, we've just appointed, but,
Railroaded somebody.
Yeah.
with,
Well, we will take your name and
And any others, I'm not asking for it. Y'all can all volunteer, that's cool.
going once, going twice, all in favor?
Railroad.
All right, thank you, Greg. Well, I guess that's all that. I don't know what the official procedure is, but
We just did it.
yeah. All righty.
our bylaws may need to be changed because there's no provision in there for that.
All righty, very good. All right, any other new business? Yeah. Tim,
Anybody who's been coming to meetings for quite a while knows Pat and his struggle with Italian and making his models, and he's gotten better in Italian, and his models have improved. So we think it's time for Pat to take the next step. I got Pat a new model that he can work on. And Pat is going to take the next step now on Mandarin. There you go. Chinese, Mandarin in there, instructions, so we look forward to your update.
Google Translate's getting better and better.
well, Pat, that's gonna,
What is it? What is it?
Is it a kid?
I forget the name of it.
Box of wood.
well, study it quick because you're gonna have to show and tell here in about 2 minutes. All right, what do you got?
I decided on purpose wore this shirt today. This was the 2014 IPMS National Convention. You guys remember that was at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. So the IPMS chapter, in a binge drinking moment, decided to host another nationals. And I think some additional medicinals that went along with that decided to make me the chairman. So I'm gonna go to national this year, which is in San Marcos, Texas, the first weekend in August. And we are the only bidder right now to pitch a bid for the 2025 nationals. We wanted to do the 2026 because we do it every 6 years was our tradition, and pandemic, thank God we did the pandemic year. But they asked us to do 2025 because there's no takers. So as it turns out, coincidentally, this was August 6th through 9th, 2014. It's going to be August 6th through 9th, 2025, if accepted. At the Hampton Roads Convention Center, we didn't even ask Virginia Beach, just because, as I found, again,
Good choice.
We're connected and also separated by the waters, to paraphrase Howard. And the tunnel is always an obstacle, and Hampton's closer to, easier for a lot of people. So we have next steps. We have to submit. We submitted our bid. I pitch it. We get it accepted by national, which probably means if I'm breathing at the end of the presentation, they'll accept it. And then, but we've got there's a lot of legwork and planning that goes into that, including hotels and tours and stuff like that. So I'll keep you abreast from time to time as to what's going to happen. I gave Gene a tip off in February when we got liquored up and decided we might go after this.
Well, let me know what your bribe schedule is, and
What was that date again?
August 6th through 9th, 2025.
all right, thanks.
So-
Looking forward to it.
So you got a little bit of time. So start working on your model so you can beat Gene in that category.
Yep. Well, I'm going to spread them out over several. Okay, next. Yeah.
First of all, I want to admit that I am nowhere near where you guys are in building your model. I figured given 50 more years, I might be able to closely approach it where you are in building this. What I wanted to say is that I'm constantly searching for new ways and finding out how do I do this.
Sure.
I've not done it before, and I jumped in the middle with the Morgan and a couple other things instead of starting at it earlier, I mean, an easier route. This past week, I found something online. It's a build on siren, and it's 27 chapters long. It's on YouTube, and it's very detailed. Some of the chapters are 5 minutes, some of them are 40 minutes, but it's extremely well done. It's, the guy is actually showing you how to do this, even with trimming things, especially given some of the bulkheads and how thin and fragile they are, or how to avoid it. So what I'm trying to say is that for those of us who are just getting started or fairly new on this thing, please get online and start Google it. Just look for the name of the ship, model, build log, and it's going to give you a bunch of options. This one is new and it's very interesting to me. I'm going to try to figure out a way with my camera to try to record this thing. I don't care how legal it is because I'm not going to sell it to anybody, but I'm going to have this thing so that I can go back and refer to it. So please, for the beginners, go out, look at the model ship world. There's a whole bunch of others that's out there, but just simply Google it. There's a wealth of things out there to do that I never even thought of on some of these things. It's going to make it, I think, a much better product. So I would encourage that for everyone, please.
You say YouTube?
Yes, sir. It's a YouTube video. Just go on. What I did is for the siren, I put US brake siren model build log and hit it, and that popped up. Like I said, it's 27 chapters long. Some of them are kind of, most of you guys wouldn't even need to see some of it. But there's a lot of tricks that they show that even Pacero's book does not have. And the other thing is that having the siren and trying to slog my way through the Morgan, is I'm looking at one book on the siren, and it shows how to make all these fittings, and I had no idea how to do it. And I'm applying it back to the Morgan, so it's really is helping me. But looking at different models out there, other model builds other than what you're working on, really bears out some fruit and extremely useful. So please, the new guys, explore that. Ryland got me started on a couple of pictures on it, and it just kind of paused from there. Now I've had to buy a new computer and a 2 gigabyte memory bank, just to store all this stuff. But I can see what it's going to look like in the future. I can see, okay, I don't want to do what I was going to do, but this is what it's supposed to look like. So, Ryland, thank you so much for getting me started along that with you guys. But the new guys cannot emphasize enough going in online and looking for the stuff on models that are from the same company, Model Ship World, or wherever you're getting it from, or Blue Jackets. Look at that. Look to see what's out there, because there is just a wealth of information. I never knew it existed.
Well, it's not just for the new guys. I mean, I just viewed the NRG tutorial on water making. And, you know, that's an aspect of this current project of mine that I know nothing about. So, you know, everybody's got something to learn. And, you know, that.
Well, you never stop learning. And you're a fool if you think you know.
I'd like to.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Anyways, yeah, no, YouTube and NRG are great resources for tutorials and videos of that sort.
I just want to say, people say there's no such thing as a stupid question, but I can come up with some. But I really appreciate looking at models like this, and how on earth did you do that? You know, those things are, for the guys that's coming in, this can really be kind of, oh my God, I will never get there, but there are ways and there are people to help you, and there are programs out there to help people like me. So thank you.
The full phrase is, there are no stupid questions, just stupid people asking questions.
That's right.
That's a funny thing, because I was in England, Chatham, was it Chatham, yeah, with that destroyer that they have there, which is a good looking ship. There was a guy all dressed up in Navy uniform and all that. Somehow we got to these questions, and he told me there's no such thing as a stupid question. But I could give you an argument.
Let's run it.
All righty. Any other business, new, old? Greg?
Attention to the webmaster report.
Yeah.
I'm behind on responding to emails that I get. One of them was the same PGM.
Oh, he contacted you also?
I never replied to the man, for which I apologize. More recently, someone has offered us some kits in various stages of completion. I asked him for some pictures. He just sent them back, but I haven't yet to forward them to you.
Alrighty.
Not sure if anyone's gonna want them, but we'll see. So it might be more fodder for the October.
Well, you know, there's an empty shelf in your living room in PGM.
If you act now.
Alrighty, well,
My storage has been
Gene?
demolished.
yeah, any questions? Go
One,
ahead.
one other bit of new business, maybe part of commercial. Nautical Research Guild is going to have their next virtual workshop on Saturday, July 15th. The subject is online research sources, and how to use them. It's going to be delivered by Paul Fontenoy, who's editor of the Nautical Research Journal. And he's going to be presenting online research sources beyond Google. This one, you need to be a Nautical Research Guild member to attend. So, if you are interested in this one, you need to be a Nautical Research Guild member. But for those of you who are, you're welcome. For those who are, those of you who aren't, if you want to be a member, go on the Nautical Research Guild website and set yourself up.
All righty, appreciate that. Yeah, you never know where you're going to find research. In fact, I just recently was contemplating my next project, not that I've finished this one yet, and I wanted to find some drawings on it and had no idea where to go. And John turned me on to the Mystic Seaport archives because they apparently were the recipient of the designers, Cox and Smith, I think it was, that designed the boat that I'm interested in. And lo and behold, they had all kinds of drawings and things in their little archives. Yeah, they are very expensive, but you know, if you gotta have it, you gotta have it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Cox and Stevens, yeah. Yeah, so you never know where you're gonna find research, and it's not just NARA up in Washington. And in fact, I think they're still basically shuttered, aren't they? I mean, it's all by appointment still. Does anyone know if archives is open to the general public like it used to be, or is it all still by appointment?
Is this at Mystic?
No, the archive in National Archive.
National Archive, I don't think it's appointment. I think that was a COVID thing.
Yeah, okay, well, I have to check their site again. The last time I checked, it was all appointment business still. But anyways.
I haven't been there in a long time, but the one in College Park was very, very useful.
Yeah, no, that's a good source of info. All righty, well, that concludes the meeting part, unless you have something else.
One question, actually, it was Joe Lorenzo had put in the chat. He's got the link to the YouTube video that John was talking about. So
okay,
if anybody wants to just see me after the meeting and I can. It's not that long. You can see it up there, but I'd be glad to give you the link.
All righty, very good. All right, so you want to stop record and we'll move on to the next phase.
Stop recording.
Wait.